Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Division 2. So, I'm going to be talking about another topic. Should Division 3, do you think that Division 3 should have a bigger open world? I believe it should, actually. The reason why I say it should be a bigger open world, I feel as though they put so much detail in the game that some places should be you should be able to explore in the game. Just like I said, for instead of running, why can't we enter in certain buildings and have different activities or side quests for people we can save, or like they be having a project and stuff. Like, I really think like some more real life events in the city should happen. Like, we should be able to make our own creative base instead of having the main base. Instead of having the main base we go to, we should be able to create our own base. Sorry, I yawn. I'm tired. We should be able to create our own base. We should be able to create our own, just make the world more immersive than actually having the world look aesthetically good, I would say. So, we have the world looking great, but we can't do nothing in the world. You see, if you're getting that concept of what I'm trying to say. Like, New York is a pretty big city, so the world is big. So why can't we, be more inventive? Like, shoot, I would say, why didn't they add a little bit more of a transportation? Like, why can't we get in cars and stuff like that, like a battlefield type of feel? Like, why can't we get in cars and travel with our groups? I thought the underground was a hell of a feature. I think they should bring that back. What would the underground be like, having that type of immersion? We should be able to jump in, go in stores, meet people, meet other camps. That'll be kind of cool. We can have other camps we can actually meet up or team up with. Pretty much like a Last of Us feel, where we actually go to the camps. That would bring up the RPG feel of it, where we have side quests where we actually can unlock internal camps. But I would say, if you really break it down, it's more aligned with when you're having a bigger open world, you taking away the main subject of the game, which is the creativity of building builds and gear and adding to your character. So that comes with the consequences of not adding to the big world, because I feel as though Division did it backwards. They added the world, but they added this so big, immersive, realistic world that, shoot, we can't really do nothing in it but the building process of our character. Because I'm always sitting there thinking like, damn, I wish I can go in this store, and I wish I can do certain things that can actually add to the effect of the game a little bit more better for my character. But they never really added that aspect in the game. In Division 2, when it first came out, it was mostly the build and solo aspect of it, because I would say Division 1 had more of a team aspect and Division 2 had more of a solo aspect, because it gave players a little bit more of a freedom to create complementary builds for players to try. So when you got a immersive build you can use, and the type of aesthetic player that you are, if you're more of a tactical player, if you're more of a casual player, but if you're more of a hardcore player, that I would say the minimum is having over 1,000 hours in the game, and if not experience with is the Division 1 aspect of the mechanics of the gear creation. You can run a build by yourself if you know how to play the game correctly. So if you really just lock in, like I always say, you lock into the game and you can be able to run a whole build in Legendary very quickly. So, I mean, open world, yes. I would say they can be more immersive on the open world side of things, making side quests a little bit more immersive to have people with choice to, stay in the game. Some people just don't like to just grind out their build. Sometimes they just want to play or chill, or, live stream, chill, talk to the chat, have something to play to talk to them about, and still have that same aspect of having that little RPG feel and making it more immersive to other players to play, but you have to take into aspect of just coming back to what I said. I think they did it backwards. They did all the game mechanics and stuff first, but they never really got immersive into the world of the story. Gameplay is great. Everything is great about the Division. It's just, God, it's so much they can do with that game, and they got such, our fan base is such loyal that we actually give them, you know, time to do, you know what I'm saying? They actually, because I think year 5 would probably be the last year. God, I am tired. Supposed to be the last year. I'm sorry. Just bear with me. I ain't about to edit this out. Bear with me. So, we have to understand that by our fan base being so, like I say, we're a Ghost fan. We are the Ghost of the Division. We are a fan base that no one knows about. Like we play this game religiously on a regular, and it is not the fact that we're hardcore play. I can't even say we just like the game. I mean, I can't say we're just like, oh, we're a Division player. No, we just like the game. We know what we know. I would say if you're an experienced Division player, and just like I said, over 1,000 hours you got experience with a Division 1, you have played this game through and through. Like, you bought the season pass type of deal. So if you at that level in the Division, there is no way you would not like the game. You wouldn't be sitting here trying to get certain gears, trying to get certain things, trying to strategize with random players, trying to, you know, run. Because I would say even the matchmaking is immersive, because you have people, even casual players that come play in the random. You get low rank players in around the 200, 300 players, and they are picking up the game pretty fast. So you got those players that are not experienced as well, but they still try and they get immersed in the game. And the farther they go along building their character, the more tactical they become as far as being, you know, what type of style of player you are, because it's so immersive into the character building. You can be a tactician, you can be a shooter, you can be a sniper, you can be a gunner. It's so much stuff you can do. You can be team support, you can do so much, you know. And a lot of people are really gravitating toward how immersive the build competitiveness in the game, because I would say building the character is competitively hella dope. Because you can make a build so nasty to where you can support your whole squad and carry them all the way through by yourself. So it's stuff you can do in this game a lot of people don't understand. But I would say open world can be opened up a little more, can have a little bit more of a realistic type of feel, and actually add challenges and stuff that you can do in the world. I would say the best one, and I'm going to get back into playing this game, I thought it was a hell of a dope feature, is when you play Spider-Man and you have events you can do for the city. I forgot what it was called, where you get on your cell phone and it has different events you can go help people do, the train station, stuff like that. If they add that type of feature in a Division, oh my God, boy, that'd be awesome. Because I thought Spider-Man was more immersive with that, and I'm about to get back into streaming Spider-Man, because I beat the first one. I haven't played all the DLC, but I have played, if you watch my previous streams, I have played the hell out of the first Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was so damn immersive with the city, the city activity. I was just doing the city activity so much, I'd be laying off the story. That's what I'm saying. The Division, if they had that, you know, but just like I say, you know, you gotta have a big budget to pull stuff off like that, and you know, it's Spider-Man, so yeah. But if they added that type of aspect where you can go around the city and be more immersive, and you know, just like I thought Spider-Man had that down pack. And ain't no telling what they're gonna do with what Examic gonna do with what. I love Examic. That Examic is a hell of a company, very good company, and I love all their games. If I had a choice, I will sit. I'm going to put back in the hours, because I don't know how many hours I got in Spider-Man right now, but I have a ton. And I sit there and play that game through. And I'm going to do tutorials coming soon too. It's going to be a tutorial because I'm about to lay off of Madden in college for a while and just immerse myself in other games and just try other different stuff, But back to the Division, laying off that. If they had that type of immersive system where you can actually interact with the city more and instead of just pulling up on enemies every single time, it'll be more immersive. Because I feel as though if you're out in the city, you're just pulling up on enemies. That's literally all you're doing. You pull up, you kill them, you do the little base mission. But I'm talking about immersed with the city, like doing activities, clearing out houses or saving kids and stuff. It can be Division got so much stuff they can build up on. It is ridiculous that this game can be so much more. So much. Division is such a hidden gem that, man, if they really, because you can imagine if Ghost Recon, the old Ghost Recon, that was a good game. I had that game. I was back on, I would say PS3, PS3, yeah, Ghost Recon. Old dude was on the cover, and you saw how elusive and beastly that game was, and it's like, man, they can do so much more with the Division. I feel as though it's a bullet bag, but it's okay. It's okay because the Division can be so much more in the future because it's adding a little bit more dynamic. That's why I say, in my instance, they never remastered it because shoot, look how detailed and immersive the world is already. It wouldn't even make sense to do a remaster because shoot, I can just come out with a Division 3 and build from there. And it makes sense. It really makes sense depending on how the budget of the game really is. So in my instance, I would say they should actually create more immersive activities in the city. To having a big city like New York and Brooklyn and all that stuff, I think they should have more inner city activities. Just like I said with the Spider-Man concept, because I would just sit there in the cities and, go save and stop people from robbing banks and stuff like that. I thought that was fantastic. They add that system to the Division, it would be amazing. It'll be dope. You can go in there, save, clear houses, warehouses, get food for people, stuff like that. They can do so much with this game. Like, Division 3 can be amazing if they just be more elusive with the creativity of the game, with what they got as a platform. But I would say it would be more immersive with that type of system from Spider-Man where you can actually do things in the city to make it a bigger open world. Will give us way more choices to be like, oh snap, we got side quests, we got to go clear our warehouses and find new gear and save kids or stop robberies and stuff. Like, man, it would be immersive. It would be. I like that. So they didn't put that in the game. That survival mode where you got to survive, and that was a dope mode in Division. Division 1 has so many good modes. They could have just left it like the underground. They could have left that in for 2. They could have did so much more. But just like I said, this is why we have these talks, to actually give the idea to developers, and if not, make a person create something even better than you never know. But the Division 2 is on a good start of creating it a little bit more. So yeah, that's my opinion. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one.